Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Well, it makes sense from a business perspective, and that is if a business is not profitable anymore or is going down, you do not invest in it if you don't see, a chance or a good chance that the business could rebound. That is Ukraine. So Ukraine is an investment for certain businesses like the military, like the banking system, energy, and others, constructions, reconstructions, how do you call it, civilian infrastructure, and so on. So the United States of America reduces the supply of shells to Ukraine by 30%. So that tells me they are starting to take their investment out of Ukraine, or at least could be interpreted like that. Otherwise, why would you do that now that they need a lot of it, because the Russians seem to push forward in all those 7 fronts, areas of the front. So let's see this little article coming from Ukrainska Pravda. It is from today, Tuesday, the 21st of November, 2023. US reduces artillery shells supply to Ukraine by more than 30%. And you're going to find out the shells that the US reduces the supply are the most needed. The Ukrainians most need those ones. So let's see what's going on here. The US has cut supplies of vital NATO standard ammunition to Ukraine by, quote unquote, more than 30% since the start of Israel's war against Hamas in Gaza last month, ABC News reported, citing an unnamed Ukrainian official. So they link it to the to the Israel bombardment of Gaza. That means US supplies Israel to bombard those guys with what? With ammunition? Israel doesn't have its own ammunition stocks. Did they use this much that they ran out of? Which one is it? I mean, it's either, first, if these guys connect that, make the connection, the Ukrainians, between we don't get it because of those guys, that means the Americans are sending those guys. Now, why would Americans send to Israel? Israel runs out of its own stock. That means they're using, or they didn't have to begin with. I don't think they didn't have it to begin with because they're armed to their teeth, according to all the analysts and military analysts and all these guys. So therefore, it used a lot. Now imagine if America has to supply Israel, according to these guys, to bombard Gaza. Can you imagine what's going on over there in Gaza? All right, let's go back here. Quote, 155mm artillery shells are arguably the most important munition for Ukraine in its fight against invading Russian forces. And some US stocks, which were designated for Ukrainian forces, have been diverted to Israel. In recent weeks, American officials have repeatedly stated that the supply of weapons to Israel will not have any impact on the war in Ukraine. Well, US is fighting now on 2 fronts. Can't open a third one in Far East. We'll find out, or maybe in the Balkans. The French start something in Armenia, in the Caucasus. I will cover that in a future video today. Now, the official who spoke to ABC News anonymously told ABC News that the ammunition cuts had, and I'm quoting, absolutely nothing to do with what's happening in Gaza. I can only imagine who that senior U.S. defense official, anonymous U.S. defense official, could be. He said that packages of the president's drawdown authority packages start to get put together weeks in advance. So there is no link between what's happening in Gaza to what's happening in Ukraine. Well, I don't believe that, senior U.S. defense. I will tell you, official, I will tell you why. When the thing happened in Gaza, Israel, Gaza, how fast the Americans sent response groups over there? Aircraft carriers and destroyers in 1 day, 2 days? Do you tell me that those guys were ready in 2 days to sail towards the Middle East? You think you can put everything together in 2 days? Well, if you say no, you can't, then you agree with these guys, which you would say, okay, then that means that was already planned, put together ahead of time, and they were already waiting and standing on standby. And when that happened in Israel, let's go. Or you say, yes, it took 2 days because that's, remember, Emil, the quick response something, immediate response, quicker. Okay, well, if it's quick response, then you tell me these guys don't have a quick response in Ukraine. There's nothing quickly happening over there. You can't just pick and choose Mr. Defense Official, senior U.S. Defense Official. So if you're able to prepare so fast to send to Israel, don't tell me it needs time to prepare for Ukraine, which you already have everything rolling. So United States has been providing Ukraine for a year and a half with 155 millimeter shells. That means everything, all the chain, is right there. You don't have to create it. Oh my God, let's see where do we take stuff now? No, everything was rolling. It's like let's say Ford or GM, or you have over there assembly line. Everything is already prepared. You got people supplying you with how do you call them? Parts. You just put them together and you ship them out. Everything is already rolling for a year and a half. So you don't tell me you need to, where are we going to go and take those? Maybe there. This is garbage because you didn't do that with the rapid response team sent to the Middle East. So you can't have it both. He said that packages of the president, blah, 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 blah. Okay, at the same time, during his visit to Ukraine, Austin, the United States Secretary of Defense, announced a new package of security assistance to Ukraine worth $100 million from his stash, because that's his money, which includes an unspecified number of 155 millimeter artillery shells that meet NATO standards. The U.S. Department of Defense on the 20th of November revealed the contents of the new $100 million military aid package for Ukraine. The new package will contain one HIMARS multiple launch rocket system and additional ammunition for it, Stinger anti-aircraft missiles, 155mm and 105mm artillery shells, TOW anti-tank missiles, and Javelin and AT-4 anti-tank system. Okay, well, do it. It's your thing. So here is, my friends, they cut the supply to the Ukrainians, and in a time where you have Lloyd Austin, unannounced, unplanned visit to Ukraine 2 days ago, you have now Pistorius, the defense minister of Germany, visiting now Kiev, Michel of the community, European community, whatever president of the whatever he is over there, appointed guy, he is over there in Ukraine. Then you had a CIA chief about 6 days ago visiting over there secretly, and then you have the David Cameron, the current foreign secretary of Great Britain, visited over there 5-6 days ago. So something is going on over there, and that's not good for the Ukrainians. Besides Zaluzny, who's a problem for these guys, it seems like. Also, I think the war doesn't go in the right direction for them. They're losing, but anyway, we'll find out with time. They're not ready to say it. And even when they will lose, they will say, actually, we won. You'll see that. They will twist it, turn it. They're not going to say that. They will not dare. And maybe they could use it in this context. Ukraine lost, therefore we get ready. We have to get ready for it. So just to use that and say Ukraine lost, not we lost. Even though what, 20-some, 30 countries were involved in all that, with supplying and all that, we're not involved. We didn't lose. They lost, Ukraine lost. Now that's a lesson, so we have to arm ourselves. So invest in military-industrial complex. Good job. So with the help of the banks, because we are bankrupt. Excellent. can't make shit up with these elected politicians in the pockets of the public who votes for them because they donate in the campaign donations a lot. Jesus Christ, man. And the mass media who's owned by you can't make shit up. It's right there. You just have to put it together. Thank you. And like these guys with a new package, military aid package, I have to put it together. It's over there. Put it together, give it to us, because we're going to be like hungry fish. Immediately jump and take it. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.